These gremlins are the worst, I swear. This is the second time that I'm gonna be jumped before I even start my intro by one of these things. Apparently, Kairos trade these things pretty well, a lot more than I actually give him credit for. Because they keep jumping me when I'm trying to get an intro started. Hopefully this will become a recurring trend, but still, I gotta watch out for these guys. Apparently the enemies in this game are a lot more hostile than I remember them being. Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Donkey Kong 64. Previously, we got ourselves a hefty amount of golden bananas by tackling a really big tomb in Angry Aztec. I should probably show that what that is before I make some more progress. We went to that building over there and got 4 of the 5 rooms completed. Obviously, since we don't have all 5 Kongs with us, we did have to leave that as incomplete for now, among other things. Today, we're gonna make one last pass around Angry Aztec and see what we can find before we hit the Trophy Scoff and deliver all the bananas we have on hand to get to the next boss of the game. Because I think we've been here for too long now, in my opinion. I want to get those bananas right away. I admittedly had to make a once over around the place because I don't really know off the top of my head where to go. But now I do before I actually started recording this. So next thing I'm going to do is go switch off to DK and deliver his blueprint to Snide. Admittedly so, I've been really scatterbrained throughout Angry Aztec since I just went on autopilot after a while, wasn't really following my planner that much. So there are a few things that I actually did want to get initially, but ended up changing my mind the last second just for the sake of trying to collect them later since we do have all 5 cogs available to us. One way or another, we will complete Angry Aztec in time. Get out of here. We will complete this level in time once we have all 5 Kongs available to us. So the next place we want to go is... now let's switch off to Lanky just because I like him. And we can use the Orega stick a little more often. This is a lot more helpful than just for traversing around. In fact, I think you go the same speed as you do by just running on your feet as Lanky when you're not using the Orega stick. You might actually be a little faster, in my opinion, but I'm not really sure on that. It just looks like you go a little faster when you're on your hands. So we're gonna make our way back because there's one temple that we didn't hit now that we have Tiny with us too. I think we did go into this one when we were Lanky. Or probably not. It's probably Lanky I'm thinking of that didn't get enough time in here, or as in no time at all. His switch is on the other side, so we gotta make our way over here and see what we can find in there with him. Actually, since there's no tag barrel inside this place as far as I remember, maybe Lanky nor Tiny didn't have any progress in here either, so I might actually get some more cleaning up done in this temple. Go down here first. That's an instrument that we can't get yet. And apparently I hit something off screen. I didn't know that. I honestly thought that I missed whatever enemy was chasing after me. Speaking of being chased, that clip got stuck on the little pole over there. That was a little lucky. Alright, where to go next? Guess we'll go underwater, see where we go from here. There is one place I know we can go to as Lanky. I want to check over here first, just to see what we have in store. Those 2 balloons I remember from this room. This is the same room that we did free Tiny. So nothing there for Lanky, which means we can go over here as virtue of his bananas. We'll get the rest of these after we complete what we have to complete here. There's also some Tiny Kong coins here too. I'll have to make a mental note of that before we finish up what we can do here as Lanky. So there's a buzzard over here, not the same one as before. This was a little more greedy this time than the one we did befriend with Diddy some time ago. Oh. I'm not that high on my ammo count. And I'm already wasting a lot more because I'm missing this guy. Let's try to make each shot count before I need to go back for an ammo refill. Oh, okay, that time I held the button down. I held down B, and I didn't know you fired twice when that happens. So what you're supposed to do with this buzzard is to shoot him every time that he does pass by you overhead. As you can see, the more shots you do take at him, the smaller he gets. Somehow that's how size works in this world. Don't ask questions, just accept it as fact. And every time you do shoot him, he does get slower. So it does make things a little more patient-wise difficult for you to get that golden banana. I never ran out of ammo on this guy before because I'm usually very careful with my ammo count in this game. But of course, since I'm recording now, that's going to be completely different because I've been a little more reckless, admittedly so, than I usually am. I think it might take just one more shot for this guy to drop that golden banana, but look how slow he's going. Oh man, at this rate, Carol's gonna blow up our whole island or worse before we do get the chance to actually get this golden banana back. There! That took way too long, but it always does when that guy is really, really small. So by getting this golden banana, the water here will drain and we can get the rest of these bananas a little easier now. We could do it while we're swimming, but I just want to get it when the water's drained since it's a little easier to do that. And that means Lanky's only 5 bananas short from actually completing his banana count. I wonder what that last batch is. I'll have to worry about that another time because it's time for another arena battle. This is Critter Carnage. It's basically the same thing as Beaver Brawl, just with critters we have to look out for. The same time would apply, so just use the same strategies before. Dash attacks before the critters can gang up on you, and you'll get that next battle crowd. I also wanted to make a note of this attack that Lanky's doing right now. In the beta version, he had a really weird noise when you do use this attack. It was the weirdest thing, and that's saying something coming from Lanky, but it was so weird even for him to actually use. And I'm not sure why they took that out in later versions. It was pretty hilarious. And it does line up with Lanky's character pretty well in my opinion, because we did state last episode that he does have an in-world occupation as a comedian, so that does really fit with Lanky's persona pretty well. Now we're back in here as Tiny Kong, and we can use this barrel that we saw earlier on to go back into the water, since there's something that you may not be able to see when you're underwater, since it's admittedly kind of dark when you are swimming underwater in this game. If you look around enough, aha, it's actually easily indicated by these purple bananas. I forgot about that. Come on, Tiny. Swim through. Thank you. She kind of warped into place there. It's pretty weird that happened. Whatever, it makes my life a little easier. You won't lose any crystal coconuts once you're in here, since this is a fight you have to go through with some clap traps. And those clams do come up again. It's been pretty slow though. I'm gonna use my origins to prevent that little measure from attacking me, since that'll make things go by a little faster once we deal with these freaking clap traps. There's still one more, I thought that was it. This isn't that hard to go through, it's just a simple battle against these clap traps. I guess you go in first person and use the oranges that way too. I just kind of thought that idea a little too late, but I don't care. We got our 27th golden banana of the game. That makes every Kong has 4 each. Surprised, despite my scattered brain approach to this level, we actually ended up on equal progress when it came to the golden bananas for all the Kongs. That's pretty surprising. That's not all we could do here with Tiny. We did see some balloons we could get as well, so let's go take care of that right away. And also those coins we saw from that buzzard section we saw with Lanky as well. Oh wait, I'm still small. No wonder I'm swimming so slowly. I thought for some reason I would get set back to normal size automatically once we did exit that little tiny exclusive area. Because I was wondering that she's swimming a lot slower than usual. This should not be happening, but it turns out she was small. That was why. So we'll go over here. This is the prison that Tiny did inhabit once upon a time. I'll take all the rest of these critters because why not? I got the ammo to spare. I'm not worried about getting these balloons taken out. Okay, maybe I am a little bit. I already eat my words very fast. I don't know if it's just me though. It seems like that Tiny's feathers don't have that strong of a hitbox. I say that as I end up hitting one of these balloons. Is there some ammo that I can get from here? Where did the ammo crates respawned from the last time I was in that body of water with Lanky? Because if not, I'm gonna eat my own words about saying that getting those balloons wasn't gonna be that hard of a challenge. I don't think there's any ammo respawn points that we can get here. Well, I made myself a really big fool. Maybe there's some down here. If not, then I am a really, really big fool. I am a really big fool. I can't believe I just used all of my feathers for not getting those 2 balloons. I only got 1 of them. Great. Way to embarrass yourself, Blue. Saying that those 2 balloons wouldn't be that hard to take out. Yet, I did have trouble actually getting them. But I was gonna say that it might be just me. The feathers from Tiny's feather bow, it doesn't look like they have that strong of a hitbox, since that's like the skinniest projectile you can get from these cogs when it comes to their firearms. It always feels that Tiny doesn't have that strong of a gun, so to speak, or more or less rather, when she does use her feather bow. Like compared to everyone else, it seems that she has the hardest time hitting anything because of how small the feathers are. That might be just me, but that's how I've always felt. It just feels that the feathers hitbox doesn't seem to be as strong as the rest of the Kongs. At least we got ourselves another banana medal. Now we can actually leave this place and go to Troppenskopf, since we can't complete everything we can do it. Angry Aztec for now. We'll just have to come back here at a later time to complete the rest of the stuff that we could do. Granted, there are stuff that we could do right now, but we have to come back here later anyway, so I decided not to actually tackle the stuff that we are capable of doing right now. So let's head back to Troppenskopf and deliver those bananas that we didn't give to them yet, as in none of them, because this is like the first time we've been here, bar that one time I accidentally got in here last episode. We don't count that. That was just a stumble. Eat up, big boy. You need to get your protein, because the more bananas you eat, the bigger you get. And the lucky winner for today is Diddy Kong. If you try to go into any of these doors without the desired Kong, it'll just close up on you. It's a really rude way of Tropicsoft saying that you need to have the right Kong necessary, but it's their rules. We just have to abide by them. But now it's gonna be Diddy's time to shine as we enter this boss door once again. There was a way that you could do boss rematches actually. If you could do that, then the door would have a green check mark on it, and it would indicate that boss was completed for getting the key. But like I said before, you can re-enter those doors once upon a time to actually do boss rematches. You can't do that now, but there is another way that we can do that, but we'll get to that later. Diddy, what did you do? You're a murderer! I'm not sure we're actually the hero here because you just killed this thing's baby! But then again, it's throwing meteors at us, so I consider it the bad guy. So this is Dogadon, our second boss of the game. The pattern is really simple. Just avoid all of its meteor attacks, and then when it lands to try and scold you, throw a barrel into space. It's basically the same thing as dealing with Armadillo. The main difference here is that it does a volley of 5 shots, and then after you do deliver some damage, it will just move to another corner of the stage, and keep shooting at you with a volley of 5. Wait, what the? Okay, that's cheating! That's cheating! You saw that, right? It hit his toenail! It should have taken damage from that! What, is the toenail, like, impervious to pain? I've never seen that happen before! Why is all the buggy stuff happening when I'm recording this series? I swear! I've never seen that happen! That's what's supposed to happen! I can't believe I just saw that! Okay, this last shot, I'm gonna make sure that Dogadon really feels it, because it's obviously trying to use hacks. I'm fighting fair and square, I don't know about any of you. Dogadon's the one being the one that's cheating here. Is it really worth trying to avenge the death of your little child that much? The way I see it, I was doing the world a favor, ridding the world of one less pesky mosquito, or at least dragonfly actually. I don't think dragonflies are as pesky as mosquitoes, but this thing was trying to kill me, so I'm gonna kill it. That's what it gets for trying to cheat. And just like last time, I'll just walk around with a barrel because I can. Even though D's not as strong as DK, I don't care. He deserves a little victory waddle. Especially after seeing that one instance of Dogadon somehow withstanding that barrel attack. That was really odd. I've never seen that happen. And hopefully that will never happen in any other playthroughs I have this game in the years to come. So we'll just make a quick save there, and then go drop off this next key to Calebsy. I think we'll end things off right there for today, since we actually do have some stuff in terms of abilities equipped to us now. We actually can get some bananas out in the hub world of the game, but we're gonna save that for next time, since we beat a boss. That's pretty big as it is. I don't think we can top that. The way we can match that, though, is by giving the second key to Calebsy. And we just saw not one but 2 places open, so now the game has opened up a little more to us. So that means we're gonna have a lot more places to explore and a lot more stuff to collect, my god. But those 2 levels will have to wait for another time, because we got some stuff now in the hub world that we can do. And the things that we can do, it's gonna be pretty helpful going forward, not just collecting some stuff, but there's one particular thing that we can do that will help us out going forward. Also, I have no idea why the camera's pulsating like this. That's just pretty weird. Man, all the weird things are just happening in this episode, I swear, or this entire series, but whatever. We took care of Angry Aztec's boss, and we unlocked another lock from Calebsy's cage, so that's a pretty good progress. So next time, we're gonna travel around DK Isle a little bit to see what we can find that will help us out in our quest. And maybe we might pick up a golden banana or 2 along the way before starting the 3rd level of the game. Until we meet again, farewell for now. Wait just a minute. I knew there was something we forgot to do, and it was concerning this thing. Well, it's open now because we actually did open it before. I had to re-record some stuff for a previous episode because crappy laptop is crappy and decided to eat some frames while I was recording. So, truth be told, I was planning to tackle this before, but I forgot to open it, or at least how to open it. Like I said, we did do it before by hitting a switch inside the big llama temple when we were adventuring there for the first time. And now we have that open. We can use DK's barrel and activate his strong cock ability to enter said door, where we can find the rest of his bananas and a Diddy balloon as well. But on top of all that, we got ourselves another minigame barrel.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Stealthy Snoop. Okay, this one's pretty easy. Sneak around the maze to the checkered flag. Get caught at any point, you gotta restart this entire base all over again. And on top of all that, you got a time limit to work with as well, 50 seconds. This one isn't that hard to do since it is the first one of its kind and will be the last time that we'll be encountering this throughout our quest. Just make sure that you stay far away from the spotlight of these guards. I know they have a name, but it's not coming to my mind right now. I'm pretty sure I'll pull it up when I'm editing this, but I'm pretty sure it's something very funny. Probably some sort of pun or something like that. But like I said, it was very easy to do since the first of its kind. With 15 seconds left to that minigame, we got the last banana, last golden banana that we can get for DK. And on top of that, we got the other 5-pad spawned in. So now we can use this to get Diddy's balloon. So we'll get that right away before we end this episode for good. Yeah, first shot, and it's the only shot I needed to pop that balloon. We'll get these crystal coconuts while we're at it to increase our count even more. So because of this, we complete a little bit more of Angry Aztec than I was actually planning on, which is very good. More progress means we're getting closer to that big completion rate. Now for real this time, I'll see you all in the next episode when we venture through DK Isle. See you then.